Hi everybody, it's Paul here again from Ballistic Blood Bullets, and with a competition entry for the fabulous Film Fan Pete's channel. And Pete is very kindly running a contest and giving us the opportunity to win a Blu-ray copy of The Tree of Life. And Pete's posed question is for us to enter and have the opportunity to win the movie. The question posed is, what film left us with a lasting impact and also left us thinking about long after the viewing experience? Now, my particular film I will come to in a second, but it's connected to a pioneering filmmaker, and that is the extraordinary talent that was Colonel Wilde, an actor, director and filmmaker, and somebody very much who was at the forefront of great movie making during the 60s particularly, and spilling over into the 70s. The two movies we're looking at here are diversely representative. Beach Red is a stunning film, made in 1967, and it is a movie that really, if you sit down and watch it, the opening sequence, which pertains really to the meaning behind Beach Red, is very, very much reflected in the more recent Saving Private Ryan. And when you watch Saving Private Ryan, the opening sequence we all know and love, and it's just jaw-dropping. But if you take the time to seek out Beach Red and watch the opening of Beach Red, you'll see that the influences are there to be seen. No question about it. He also made a very cool post-apocalyptic survival film in 1970 called No Blade of Grass, which is mature audience movie making again at its finest, and very much worth seeking out. I don't think it is actually on DVD, which is a great shame, because No Blade of Grass is definitely a film that I would want to pick up on the digital format. He made Hollywood movies as well, and like any director, actor, he needed to make some money to get a paycheck, and he made some good fun movies, and amongst those is again one we're looking at here, which is Gargoyles. Pretty much as the title suggests, it's a fun horror movie, but this is a movie that was made for TV but far exceeded expectation, and it's way above your run-of-the-mill TV movies, and it's a great film. And along with the film that is being, or in the process of running in the cinemas at the moment, and that is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, which was also made for TV and came out I think in the same year. Both Gargoyles and Don't Be Afraid of the Dark are two TV film horror movies that I loved as a young guy, watching them for the first time all those years ago, and it's a big fun movie. So Gargoyles again stars Colonel Wilde, and in one of his acting roles, but definitely worth checking out. But the film that I wish to put forward for Pete's contest is a film that definitely left me open-mouthed, agape, and just thinking about and pondering on for days, weeks after. And it's a film that I highly recommend to friends, and my friends here on YouTube, you definitely need to seek this one out, check it out and watch it, because it will leave you astounded. And it's most definitely a movie worthy of any true film fan's attention, and that is The Naked Prey. And again, on the theme, which is really quite relevant through a lot of Colonel Wilde's movies, it's about survival, and this film centres around, the beginning of the film has white game hunters searching for ivory in South Africa, and they offend the rights of the African tribes people, and they turn on the white hunters who are being led by Colonel Wilde, or his character, and they torture them and kill them, with the exception of Colonel Wilde, who is set free, but he is stripped completely naked, hence the title of the film, The Naked Prey. And he is given a head start and runs the plains of South Africa, being chased down by several South African tribesmen with spears, and the hunt is on to kill him. And his head start, he has to keep ahead of them and try and find a way to keep alive, and he's trying to reach a destination which is neutral territory and a safe haven for him, and the film centres around him having to survive, and it is fraught with all sorts of incredible scenes and sequences, and Colonel Wilde puts in an absolute phenomenal performance, and this movie is quite rightly given the Criterion treatment because it is a fantastic film, and so many scenes will stay with you. Certainly one scene which is just staggeringly violent, but it doesn't need to show any blood or gore. It is just the thought of what happens to this person. You can almost sense and be that person in their predicament, and it's a sequence where the guy is entombed in a clay man-sized pot. He's entombed, it's his imprisonment, and he is then put on a spit over an open fire, and slowly, painstakingly, he is just left to cook inside this clay pot. It is almost unbearable, the thought of it and what is happening to him. And equally so with another couple of members of the trespassers of this party, the way that they are dispensed with by the South African tribesmen is just brutal and barbaric beyond belief. It is a movie that is ahead of its time, and a lot of these films from Colonel Wilde were pioneering film movie making, and these films still retain an impact and visual flair today that at the time of release were so ahead of their time. It is bold and daring filmmaking at its very, very best, and The Naked Prey is a genuine classic of filmmaking from the wonderful Colonel Wilde. And this is the movie, Please Pete, that I'd like to put forward as a strong candidate for a film that just stays with you, and just remembering now and relaying the detail behind the film, it's just coming back to me again, and it is such an important film. It really is so impressive. So please, if you would accept this as my entry into your great contest, and thank you very much for hosting another, and best of luck to all that do enter, and fingers crossed for all of us. Thank you very much indeed for taking the time and trouble to check out my videos. I really do, as always, appreciate it, and a huge thank you to Pete, as I say, for hosting this contest. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. See you all soon. Bye for now.